Hey guys, how's it going? June 4th, 2022, just getting set up here. Don't have the same audio player that I wanted, but anyways, good enough. Alright, let me turn that thing off. Windows Media Player. I wonder why. I had a different one that was working pretty good, so, but that's not so much. Alright. So you get the hump started again. I ran a tiny bit last night, not much, but okay, humper's coming down, and that's where we want him. Yeah, he doesn't sound too good. I don't even hear him. Let me turn the volume up. No. He's been shut down. Not sure why he's in a track of his own. But I didn't think he was there last night. I thought he was behind another set of cars, so I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe somebody ran another hump. Ooh. Speaking of which, I better double check that. I was under the assumption no hump ran last night, so maybe. Well, the south side's good. The north needs humping. Okay. Looks like it's fine, so I'm not too sure what happened. So, a lot on the agenda this morning. I should be here for most of the morning. I mean, at some point I wouldn't mind getting my son to reinforce me, but we'll see once he comes down. We go out for the afternoon after lunch. So I hadn't, well, number one, it's kind of quiet right now, but that's okay. It's a weekend. I find the weekends, or I find the weeks right now, I'm not as active as I once was. Like I ran last night. I was going to run a little bit longer. I don't know what time I ran at. Oh yeah, my son was sleeping on the couch. We were watching YouTube and whatever, and he was falling asleep on the couch. I was like, all right, fine. I'm gonna run the simulator. Well, and I start getting dozy, and then eventually I ran one string, and I was like, okay, I guess I needed a nap too. So I switched with him. I woke him up. I said, hey, why don't you go out and find something you like? Because whatever it is we were watching must have put him to sleep. But he was tired, so. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so that's good there. Yeah, we want to get down to that one. I should be past that switch. Although it's probably just running the 20 seconds. Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, I came out of here, that's why. Duh. There we go. So, I want to get the auto train to Taft going, but I hadn't had any takers to take that one, but that's a long train, and I need to make sure that that one actually enters Taft Yard. So it's a long way. I think I probably might spawn it before the end of this session this afternoon, and then let it go this afternoon while we're out, because I think we're safe for about 5 hours or so. Okay. Otherwise, the locals are looking pretty good. Oops, that's not what I want. Locals are looking in pretty good shape. There's, we got 3 needing blocking. 3 already, apparently? I don't know about that. I guess so. But it's kind of strange because I'm not sure. Like, say for example, last week I was not running as much, and it was more. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. But it continued last week. So basically, my son, he got into a situation where he was at home quite a bit. It happened again early this week, I believe, when we had that hot spell. His mom just told him to stay home. I'm like, all right, whatever. Didn't bother me any. All right, let's close that up. Remove that. Make sure I got the power off of this one, which I'm pretty sure I did. I already checked it. Make sure that's for Baldwin, which it is. Okay. But he was getting tired of trains, but then he got back into it again, or he was getting back into it when I was running some stuff, because he was back home and now he was back into it. And you know me, I just go back and forth. Usually during the week, it's very. I find I spend more time on Discord, and I was on Discord last night. Ran a bit on Discord, and it's much easier than setting up a stream. Now, this I knew I was, set up a stream for who knows how long you're going to be on. I know I'm going to be on till noon, either myself or my son. I mean, I still have to get ready for the day and all that other stuff, but I don't care. All right. So that's good. Oh, nope. Relinquish that. Forgot to rename them. So, of course, the naming, if you haven't seen that, that's just to get him down here. Oh, come on, stop. Thank you. That's just to get him down. Down this way as opposed to actually humping, so. Okay, so the south end's good. We're going to work on the north end. I have some blocking to do with the locals, but I brought them down yesterday, so they're in the local yard. But they still need to be blocked, eventually run, but we're a little ways away from that, I think. Today's going to be a nice day, so I'm definitely going to be out this afternoon for sure. Alright. So, plenty of room on the south end. And we'll try to figure out what is on the north end here. I'll go here first. That's not how I want to do it. We want to go this way. so we're working on the north end. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. Alright, trade stats, here we go. Not the best time of day to do this. I wanted to get this, I wanted to start this last night, and then I was just like dozy, and I was just like, ah, forget it. There we go. But you just find something dark, and you just go ahead and make it happen. I'll go ahead and I'll delete all these ones, because these are no longer in play. Okay, 1549, 2212, and then we just keep following along. One of these days I'll get some accurate measurements of this yard so I know my capacities, but I can kind of look at them and tell what needs to be done. Okay, so Selkirk, 1170, 1085. Did I flick the switches? I'm pretty sure I did, but if I didn't, it didn't matter because he's just gonna fly over them anyways. Yeah, we're good. Yep. Burn. Can't wait to get the EDI system going. I was actually going to start writing a program just to get me back into it, like get myself acquainted and get the programming bug going again. I mean, I shouldn't say programming bug, but just to get my confidence going again. And it's not the confidence that's holding me back, at least I don't think it is. But I think it's that I want to do a lot more. But I'm sure confidence plays a bit in it. But there is something that I want to do, and that is I want to get a utility, a backup utility, so that I'm saving myself time during updates, because it takes a long time to do an update and back up all my data, and I think it would be useful for others. So if it's one of those where it's useful for others, and oh god, can we get on this thing? Ugh. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to. It's Cincinnati, right? Can't tell what the hell that's on. There we go. Okay, Corbin, Kentucky coming up. This is where it's much better to do this in the night, because then you get to see everything, but it's alright. Where's that one? Did I miss it? No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Knoxville, Tennessee. 2031. Oh my God, 1352. Sounds good. Worth, Tennessee. I think I read that right. Is it? Oh, L. What the hell is that? Elwa? Oh, Etowah. Etowah. I don't know. Sure. 1829. Okay. Baltimore, Maryland. Richmond. So this is the start of always building a train. Let me just get the time up there. Richmond. Ah, crap. Almost there. 2185, 1189. I think it's Hamlet. That weathering is, there we go. Yeah, Hamlet. 634. Nashville. I mean, one way I can't wait to Fitzgerald, the other way I'm probably not ready for it. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, is it? That one's next? Is it? I think it is. Oh, Oakworth. Oh, God. I can't not see that. Here, let's go over here. There we go. Okay, so now we get Birmingham. Why do I have that as purple? Birmingham should not be... Okay, Montgomery is, and Manchester is, but not... Oh, okay. This can go either way, but Birmingham can go both ways. But I see what's happening there. Okay. Birmingham can actually go either way. They can go down the Fitzgerald or the other. 1231, 710. That's why it's the purple. Montgomery. Is it MTG? Oh, it is. Okay. Whee! We're going to trim this in a minute. We'll probably have to run another southbound. Or hump another southbound, but that's okay. 1642, 650. Atlanta, Georgia. That one's going. So basically the rule is, a rule of thumb, I guess. I like to go by is, if it gets over 50%, trim it. And it doesn't mean that if it can be under, it can't trim it either, but at least work on a train that has that Manchester. I want to make sure that they're all Manchesters. That's why I have. Well, sorry, I have them red because that is going to be the Fitzgerald sub. Eventually, that's going to all be locals. And crazy thing is some of these trains actually run there. We also have a local that runs down there, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'll figure that out. 822, 350. Snowden, Alabama. We got one here. Yep. Ugh, God. Those little, I don't know what you call those things, but crevices, I guess? Yeah, that's okay. That works. $15.67. And anytime one goes to the north, it takes a long time to update everything. Oops. Yeah, that works. Go to Alabama. Or Dothan, sorry. Having a hard time reading this morning. For some reason. Ah, there we go. I missed Thomasville. That must be that one here. Okay, hang on a second here. That's Thomasville right there. I see it. Yeah, something happened there. Irwin, okay. I was going too far. Now, there's a point in all this. Of course. There always is. Bostic Yard, North Carolina. I don't know why I had these all lit up, but and you don't have to update it after every train. In fact, we're getting to the point now where we just update it whenever the hell we need it. So, there's no rule that says you gotta update these after you run a hump. But because I wanted trim from this yard, this is from last night, then this was actually stuff that I humped, so go figure. See, that's almost, and I measured these too. I was watching these. This was over the 50% mark, but I had nothing to hump. I had nothing in the south ready, and I was moving power around. So, when they're over 50%, you got to take a look at how many cars are in the train, and then decide, okay, can I actually fit it? Which in this case I could, because Chicago was taken. Chicago is always a pain in the ass because the way they do these cars, Chicago gets quite a bit. I screwed up. Okay. We're almost there. But once this is automated, oh, it'll be so nice. I won't have to do this anymore. And I think about it every time I do this. It's just like, ugh. LSC 1367, yeah. A few more. 716 408. Yeah, see that. Last but not least, Savannah, Georgia. $352,261. All right. So now we go ahead and we take a look, see where we're at on the hump. Still got a little bit to do. Lots of lakelands. Just trying to think if we're getting close to. I could probably do one more south if I'm careful, but. Alright, so let's get a game plan going here. Okay. So yeah, see here's some where some of these percentages are in because I have capacities down. I think these I'm gonna. Yeah, these are tough to update. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of them for now. I don't know about status. Okay. So now what we do is we look down here and we see I'm not too sure what trains are in what, so I gotta check the north yard for a second. We got one in F10, one in F4, so this hasn't been updated in a while. Hopefully it's got power on them, but it looks like it doesn't, so we don't know what the hell it is. Was it updated here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. See that, I don't know what F7. So I see F10, F4, so nothing has been really, I don't know what trains those are, which is not good. F1, I think it's, hold on a second. It's F10 and F4. So apparently that needs power. Ah, crap. No, that's okay. I don't know about those ones. Yellows. I'm not going to touch the yellows, but so I don't know. They're not being used properly. We gotta know what the hell's going on in these tracks. So Chicago. Okay, so there's just a lot of Chicago here. That's all we know. In F1, I guess. So if I look at the next Chicago train, I'm not too sure why that's bolded, but probably a reason. Okay, so Chicago. Chicago's over here. So that's 592. Okay, so that's storage of Chicago, and then over on this side, what do we got? If it's all Chicago, then it's got to go. HSC. Alright, so now we go into... So this is where we so there's a lot of HSC that's sitting around. We got quite a bit of that out. What track was that in? 4. Okay, so HSC, storage. Oops, that's good enough. Comment. Okay. So HSC's got that's got to go. The reason why we got to pull it, I can tell you right now, is just because that's over 65%. HSC actually has more than what it's showing, so let me get that again. Holy crap. That's almost a train in itself, which is bizarre because these trains have to go a lot quicker than that. I've tried to explain the process, but maybe I need to write it in a manual or something. I don't know. It's not that difficult, but I know it can be intimidating. Get that stupid ass thing out of there. Okay. So we've got, so here we do a formula. And this is part of why I want this whole damn thing automated. 3261. So what that does, it puts it up to 355%, which, you know, it should have gone out on a train a long time ago. But we'll pull those anyways. So there's only 3 things that go there. The HSC would be less, so I gotta get, even though they're smaller, I have to get them. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, he's already out, so I'll relinquish that. Okay, something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with it, but something ain't working. Oops. I thought it was the handbrake, but it was acting weird. Okay, so we're looking at Rocky Mount. Which of course takes us down here. Change this over. Actually, hold on a second here. HSC is the last one, so that no, we gotta grab that. Because HSC is the last one, so I gotta go ahead and grab those and then grab the other HSCs. So it's the destination of the train, right? So I gotta go grab them. And then trim everything else from it. Where the hell am I? Okay, that's right, never mind. No, this is Chicago. I don't want Chicago. Definitely want HSC. Alright, now we're set. So I don't know if it just didn't have enough cars or what the case was, but it was sent it all out anyways. Actually, I got to see how long this train is going to be. Let's see how long this train's going to be. So 5,558 feet. It probably had no chance, to be quite honest, so. This 5,558 feet is an okay size, but probably where it was before was not good enough. To make a full-fledged train. I gotta, it's kind of weird because I have to actually increase the weights of certain areas, if that makes sense. But ideally, I should be using fake industries. Because what happens is these Chicagos, they're the last cars in the thing, and they just blast a whole whack of Chicagos at it. And it's always a pain in the rear end, but... And loads are always at the front and empties are at the back. I can't stand that, but... At least it doesn't deal with the industries here, so I kind of accept the fact that this is just an added activity. Is it necessary for everything that's here? No, not really. You could in theory run without Waycross, or at least you could run without the hump and just use the local yard if you really wanted to. You could just run supply trains in and not worry about the through traffic, but if you really want to just deal with industries, right? And let the through traffic, spawn through traffic coming in and out of here. I thought about doing that once. But, and if it ever got to the point where, I felt that this was too overwhelming, which it's not. I mean, even for me, like, there's enough people that like to do this. So, it's not so bad, right? Okay, let's get the counter on and make sure we know where we're going. But yeah, there was a... Actually, should I go grab a snack right now? Well, I got a chance. I probably will. Yeah, I'll do that first, and then I'll talk about the story in a bit. Because we're just building a 3-block train. Actually, it's going to be 4. Combine the last 2, but... just want to make sure the switches are okay in front of me. I think they are, but... I'm going to get the binoculars here for a second. Yeah. Okay, that's fine then. I don't like seeing a crossover that goes that way and then a normal, but that's just... Done. Ah! How about you? Yeah. Be right there. There we go. All right, slow down that much. I'll talk about the story in a minute here, because I don't want to be talking with my mouth full. once I get this counter down to 0, I'm going to switch over to the hump units and get another hump ready. Yeah. Alright. So, let me just double check and make sure he's clear the switch where I want to. Absolutely. Relinquish that for a minute. Let's go get another hump ready. Ooh, boy. That should be interesting. What do we got? Mulberry, Florida. I got room for one more, maybe. Mulberry and Will. Okay, I gotta check this out. So, first of all, you go there. What the hell did I do with my water? Okay. So Mulberry and Will, let's see what we got here between. I think we only got one choice, unfortunately. One choice available anyways, but I'll take a look. Okay, so Will, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars for Will. I think we're okay. I think it's probably going to be about 6 for Mulberry as well. And that should be it. Yep. See how it does the loads and empties? Pain in the ass. Okay, so now Mulberry and I think it's Wilson. I can't remember. Willow Springs, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember all this. Oh yeah, he's fine. Okay. Or is he fine? Depends how big. Depends how big the cars are. Will's fine. Mulberry's interesting. Mulberry will be after the other one, so I got a little bit of room. I want to take a look at that and see what kind of car lengths we got, and then I just want to make sure, because if I'm busy doing something else and... Alright, so... Oh yeah, they're fine. They'll fit. What's the last string? The last string is always the important one because that's the remainder. New Orleans. Alright. See what I mean? That's why Chicago gets a lot. 11, 12, Jesus, Murphy. 13, 14. 14 for New Orleans. Ugh. Well, it'll be the last one, so whatever. Okay. So, you're going down there. I think you're coming down here. Yeah, that's what I thought. What the hell are you? Oh, Jesus. Get out of here. Relinquish that thing. Okay. So, did we decide which one we wanted? I think we want the one right beside it. Not the one beside it, but the next one, right? Yeah, that's the one. Alright, good enough. I meant to have it relinquish itself, but it didn't. I'll have to do it with the other one too, before I forget. Relinquish on stop. Need to go grab my drink. Seconds. Probably less than that now, but there we go. Alright. So anyways, now I can go with the story. Now that I've stopped feeding my face, at least. So, Yeah, there was. I overheard a chat conversation, and it's between a couple people. I don't have to mention names. I think they knew I overheard them because I didn't confront them, but I just kind of reassured them. And they're two regulars. And I basically said, I might be a tiny bit burned out at times, but there's nothing to worry about. I'm not going anywhere. A lot of times what ends up happening is I just fall asleep. If I don't have, if I don't feel like doing it or whatever, or if I just, usually it's because I'm tired. If I'm awake, then I tend to want to do things. Like, honestly, if I didn't have to work, I would be spending a lot of the days doing this. Or at least part of the days. I mean, yeah, I would, get exercise and all that other crap, but can I click on you? I guess I can't. Here. No, I can't. Alright, fine. I mean, there has been times, I'll admit, that I think about it, and I think about, is it worth all the work that I put into this? And for me, I mean, I still get my enjoyment out of it. Anytime I get into it, like right now, I'm having fun. So, I don't see the problem. What's happening is I'm not on YouTube as much. That is reduced quite a bit. And I decided, not only was it because my son was getting tired of it. Don't blame him. But, I mean, it's never been something that, like, he's crazy about it. He enjoys this, don't get me wrong, but... But when I have my time with my son till 9 p.m. Eastern, I mean, that's our time. It's not supposed to be all about what I want to do. I can do that after 9. It's just it's difficult sometimes when you only got a couple hours. Now, if I'm awake, then yeah, I can do a YouTube, but honestly, I usually go on Discord or something. So I'm on Discord quite a bit. Not always. I'm not running every night. It's been a few nights that I shouldn't say that. No, I was on last night. What am I talking about? Last night I ran a little bit, but then I got tired. Which was kind of strange because I thought I had plenty of sleep the night before because I went to bed early. I fell asleep on the couch. But I thought, yeah, I'd have plenty of energy, but I didn't. Today I got plenty of energy. Last night I was pretty good. I slept in, so I should be okay now. Okay, so you will relinquish you. Alright. So back to the trim. This is like a back and forth thing. So I got one chance here to get the south side and or get the north side done, and then I'm gonna have to do the south side. So I gotta find my. Oh shoot! I just realized there's FLS's on the back. I hate that. So I could go for the Savannas, but that's kind of not what I wanted to do, especially with stuff that was already in there. See, there was no notes on anything on that. I just okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to throw the FLSs in there. I don't know what the hell we're dealing with now. I'll just put that in here. Doesn't matter because that's... We're gonna take it. It's just I need to get that out of the way so I can get my other blocking. See, there was no notes on that. It was like, okay, does it need how many engines does it need? That's what the sheets are for. Or the whole matrix, right? Oh well. No, I'm not, I don't have this train active. I don't know how much FLS is on here, but let's see. See what I can fit. Yeah, it's a fair amount. So if I go into, where the hell am I? I don't know what track I'm going into. I'm already set, so I should be fine, but let's see what track I'm set up to. Yeah, there I am right there. Oh yeah, I can push it. I can shove it down. Forward. Anytime you join an engine, it doesn't read what's on the rail driver. It assumes it's whatever it is. I don't think it did that in version 2. I don't think it's a bug, but you should, in rights, you should be starting it, I guess, a certain way, or whatever the way you left it, I suppose, but... So the other stuff should be over here. I don't know. We'll see. Fortunately, I may have to stop humping and just trimming. I got one hump that I can make in, which should be coming any time, but basically when you hump, you gotta be trimming. You gotta be trimming the other side. And if you pull as much as, you know, one is off, or lopsided or whatever, you basically either got to build the train or decide what the hell you want to do. You can store some. I prefer to store like one car type if you're going to store stuff. That's what I thought was being done. But when there's two, then all of a sudden I got to go back and I got to reblock it again. Because they all have to stay together, right? Okay. Again, no big deal. Okay, so I gotta get the okay, there we go. I gotta get that one out of there. So I gotta keep going until I'm past there. At least the FLS block. Okay, so the hump's going. That's humping the south side. This is the northbound. Oops. Do that again. There we go. Oops. Always hit those damn things. Alright. Now I can go with the rest of the HNC. Or HSC or HNC? What the hell do I have? Oh, HNC. Okay. Should be a little ways over. Okay, which one am I looking at here? Okay, something ain't right. I got HNC. I thought I had HSC. Okay, so that was a typo of some sort. No, there's HSC too. What the hell? Oh man, this is really screwed up. HSC and HNC, I don't think go on the same train. Oh, they do. I'm sorry. So, We got a bunch of HNC, HS. Everything but Savannah was on that train. Ugh. Should have had power applied to it and just leave it alone. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm just thinking about building this damn thing and saying screw it. Because I'm wasting time here. HNC, alright. See, HSC and HNC shouldn't be together. That's the problem right there. The way the blocks are, you're supposed to take the furthest one away and keep it at the head end. So I don't know what the hell happened here, but this is wrong. I thought it was a typo at first. I was like, no, it isn't. It's all part of the same train, but... Okay. Hamlet, South Carolina. Or whatever the hell they are. Or whatever the hell it is. South Carolina, North Carolina. Hamlet, North Carolina. So we want those first. Man, this is really screwed. Oh, don't tell me I got South Carolina at this end. I do. Ugh. God damn it. That's not right. Okay. So, Savannah is the closest one, so... This is going to Hamlet, North Carolina, is this train. Did I see it there? Where is it? So this is the furthest away it is. So it's going to Hamlet, North Carolina, which basically means Hamlet, North Carolina has to be at the tail end of the train. Savannah would be at the head end. Right now we got South Carolina way ahead of it for some reason. It was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to write up some procedures for Waycross. I know I've done YouTubes, but not everybody looks at the YouTube, so. Alright. Oh, this is a mess. So this should be closest to the engine. So what I'll do is I'm gonna find HNC, I'm gonna throw that together. Which is right there. Which is what we're down right now. No, we're not. That's RNC. I have a hard time reading these in the day. There. No, that's BNC. Jesus, Murphy. Atlanta. So it should be around Nashville somewhere. I don't see it. That's Savannah. I don't see either one of them. I saw it though, but because I've already done it. It's a small section between Richmond and Nashville. Did I screw this up and then... Nope, I didn't. Okay, good. Fitzgerald. There we go, I see it now. Okay, all the way out here. Oh boy. What a pain in the ass that is. That just bought me, or that just cost me a lot of time. Yeah, I think tonight around supper time I'll write some procedures for Waycross. Just so everybody knows what's going on with it and understand. I didn't want to write procedures for Waycross because I knew they were going to change as soon as I put the EDI in there. But I still... honestly, for the amount of stuff that I want to do, there's so much to do right now to get this set up the way I want it. I'm still like we gotta get to the rock trains and a few other things. My son's usually into that. Actually, he's usually into researching trains and shit because he likes doing a lot of the research himself for some of the stuff he does in trains. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll get it there. So I'm in the middle of the second hump now for the south side, and I haven't got anything trimmed. Shower at some point too. Damn it. Double check and see if I'm okay where I'm going. I think I am. Yep. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room. See, one thing I find is that a lot of people like specializing in certain areas, which is fine. But I personally like to do everything. Um, and again, we don't have the numbers to really go crazy at the moment, anyways. There was somebody who was posting on a Facebook group for Highball the other day, was wondering where RTS was. And I wanted to reply to him, but I'm not on Facebook. I just heard about it. And the other guy said, no, it's not around. I'm like, yes, it is. Oh crap! What are you going this way for? You gotta. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hang on a second here. Stop. Okay, hang on a second here. So I got HNC. I definitely got to get past the crossover. At the very least. I'm picking it up like I'm going to do something with it. That's going to be the one that's on the engine side. So it's the tail end of the train. Because that's the ultimate destination. And it's heading out the way we're facing. So the engine has to have those cars on that side. I think what's probably confusing people is the order at which it's in. So when you look at, here we go. Let me just give you an example. So Baldwin, that's the first. Those are the first ones. Whereas this way, it's the opposite. So I gotta explain that. I think a little better. I don't think I ever had. So that's. A lot of that is my fault. I think they're being built in the opposite direction. Because a lot of people aren't familiar with, where it's going, or they're not familiar with the geography of the states and all that. So. Okay, that's good. So yeah, it's trailing out of it. That's okay. So the rest of this HSC, we got to dump that in there now. Wherever the hell that is. There it is. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So there's FLS, HSC. Oops, wrong one. Okay, Savannah's the other one I gotta clear. So I'm gonna push this all the way back. Or am I? No, I don't have to. As long as I'm clear the other. Alright, so as long as I'm clear the other, which I'm not yet, so that's where I'm gonna have to keep going. Is this all HSC? Doesn't matter. But I gotta get it clear of FLS. Don't have to have it clear Savannah because it's just FLS I have to clear it from. How's the ooh, I gotta watch out here. Well, let's make sure I got my switches set then. Much as I can. Okay, I gotta watch what the hell I'm doing here on the other side because I might want to stop it in a second. Here. Almost there, but I still need to come out. Gonna have to come. Now I gotta be careful because it's humping. So I don't want to interrupt the one side, but I'm okay to come a little further. Okay, where's FLS? There it is. Alright. We're almost there now. So I'm just spotting these here. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Oh crap. Now we go back to the North Carolina stuff. We grab it all. So now we're all set. Oops, I'm going way too fast. Let's see where we are for the hump. It's going to be done in a second. Well, the hump's going to be inactive for a bit, but we cleared up a lot of tracks, so that's the good sign. Keep going. I'm gonna set a speed control down here. Good enough. Not quite, but good enough. Okay. So we'll get past the crossover, grab the Hamlet stuff. This train goes to Hamlet, North Carolina. So, okay, so we're all done humping. There's nothing we can do. The south end is pretty screwed at the moment. I'm almost certain of that. I'll double check, but almost certain. So it's going to need trimming as well. It's looks like 5 tracks ready now. 6 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Alright. So I need to get to the through the crossover here. So then I go for, I believe I go for FLS, which is that one. Well, I know I go for FLS, but I think it's that one, but I'm not positive on that. Could be one of the other ones too. I'll go take a look and see what we got here. Nope. Okay, so there it is. So we'll go for that next. And then the one that's sitting out there. And then the Savannah at the head end. I gotta change it so that some of these ones that are closer or local get more traffic. Oops. But I'm watching the wrong way here. while that's coming back, I'm going to line up, try to plan ahead here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go down that track for sure. I think that's where it already was, so we're good there. So once we get FLS, that'll be our next string right there. We pull that all out, get the Savannah on the head end, and then away we go. Oh shit, I was going to do something this weekend and I forgot about it. I knew there was something I had to do today that wasn't... but this needed it. This yard really needed the work, so... I think it's time well spent. It's just... I was supposed to get some other stuff ready. If the yard was still in as good a condition as it was about, I don't know, 5 days ago, then I would be all for going nuts with it, but I just realized that because there's a some of the industries need changing and all that stuff. I'll do that tomorrow morning. Here what we've got for it doesn't look like we have any power. We just got cars that are here, but I don't know if they're supposed to be trains or what the hell they're supposed to be. All I know is they're blocking up all the forwarding. Let's see here. If this is true. Yeah, that's me. F14. This could be right. 2 units needed. Okay. As long as that's it. Because we don't know what the hell that is. Because this one wasn't updated. Okay, so get HSC in there. My sun doesn't come down pretty soon. I'm going to have to end the stream because I need to take a shower. We'll see what happens by the time it... I mean, he may want to end it anyways. I don't know. He usually spends some time in the morning on Saturdays and then he comes down. Okay. Okay, I gotta get in front of the Savannah stuff here. Oh, I think he's coming down.
Hello.
Hi. I'm doing a live stream right now. I still have to take a shower.
Hiya.
Waycross is a bit of a mess. I humped a lot. I humped one last night and I humped two more this morning, so I mean it's not too bad for the bowl, but I don't know what's on the south side. I haven't even figured out what the hell's on the south side because if the comments are, it's kind of weird because the comments on the north side didn't exist. I had two strings just sitting here, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell they are.
Huh.
I mean, maybe there was something in the there might have been something in the what do you call it? The Waycross. Let me just check that for a minute. I'm just wondering if they were in the discussion tab. I had done that new mentions. Okay. Uh, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Cool. So he's going to take that 200 train or whatever the hell it is.
Hiya.
So yeah, that's that auto train for Taft.
Cool.
You want to run this in a bit? If I go take a shower after I've got this one together?
How does that feel?
Alright. I'll show you what needs to be done.
Alright.
If I can ever stop this train. I was going too fast. I was too busy. I do want to see that. I'll let it stop on its own. Waycross. Okay, so he was working it. That was back on May 31st, though, so I'm not too sure if that was then or who knows. Okay. I did throw the switch right to Savannah. This is the end of this train. Okay, so I'll let you know what's going on. This train here, you just got to back it up into Savannah, and then it will be ready.
All right.
As far as I know, it needs 3 units. So what I usually do is, well, actually, let me just see how much it is. I'll double check. I just want to make sure it's what it says it is. Ah. Ah, crap.
You lying for Savannah?
Hmm?
Are you lying for Savannah?
I think so. Maybe not. Yeah, I am. It's curved that way.
Okay.
Double check, but I should be. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to place it in F4 because it's the usually F1 and F1 to 3 I use for the stuff that goes down the whatchamacallit?
I don't know what you mean.
Thomasville.
Oh, Thomasville. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of Chicagos. It's kind of weird because I have it asked backwards as far as because these last few things like the Chicagos and Savannahs and all that other shit. The majority of the leftover goes to the other track. Savannah's a pain though.
Oh yeah.
Because you're constantly Savannah's where it's at. Chicago's not so bad because I got it the other side, but I either have to put fake industries in to try to. I don't want to do that though. Sometimes I've thought about closing the hump down. No, seriously, I just spawn the manifest trains and say the hell with it. And then just use the... I mean, I hate to do that, though. It's a lot of work, even with the few trains that come in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what this has got. So it should have, so it says 5818 and 8928 tons. So this is, yeah, that's that one here. Which is not HSC storage anymore. So yeah, 8928, 5558, I think that's what it was. Close enough. Yeah, 8928. It's just got the units on the top end. So this one you can bring this into F4. Now I'm just trying to think of what else is needed to be pulled in the yard. The Chicagos I'm not too sure about how much we have or how much we should be. Oh yeah, we got to take the Chicagos out. Sorry, I'm just Chicago's. That's not the right count because I have to add in what's in this thing here. Or what's in? Sorry. Let me just do that real quick, and then I'll have a bit of a game plan going on.
All right.
Because I didn't add the stats for this Chicago. If it's all Chicago, I don't even know if it is. Because we saw some ones that were asked backwards. Yeah, they're all Chicago's. Okay. All right, so 1343. If I go like this, equals 1343. I hate that thing when it does that. And 2316. So how many Chicago trains do we have here now? Now I got the right. I think we only have one train that goes to Chicago, if I recall.
Might be one, it might be more than one, I forget.
No, there's just one. Okay, so not F1. It is storage of Chicago, but what you got to do is you got to go grab it out. Once you've built the train into the thing, you got to go grab the one for Chicago, and then you go Chicago, Dan, Ave, AKY, Nashville, Birmingham, Manchester.
Yeah.
As long as Manchester doesn't have locals in it, because you know how that one screws up. We have that one that has an industry, and then I think Manchester's the last one. Let me just check Manchester's track. So that'll be another 3-unit train. Manchester. Oops, I gotta put this back on. So you can use this now, just to see what cars are what. Okay, so here's Manchester. Or is that Atlanta? Oh, here's Manchester right here. Yeah, they're all Manchester. Okay. So you get what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So you want to build... 7,680. You can put that in, I think you can put that in 5. Oops. 7,000, yeah, it's only 7,000 feet. So you can put that in 5.
Yeah.
So that one's going to build in 5 into 5 here. I'll just put something here. 592 and then 492. Does that make sense, huh?
Yeah.
So 492 you got ready, you just put it in F4. Then you go into 1. It's in 1 right now, that Chicago cars. And then start building it. So you want to go Chicago, Dan. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then just do it that way. That should keep you busy for a little bit. Then I can help you afterwards.
Pretty sure I know what I'm doing, but
okay, well.
I'm not.
Okay.
Still,
so I can tell you right now what you're gonna want to do.
Yeah, I'm still a bit new to the sheets.
I understand that. That's okay. It's confusing. I want to get the I want to get that AEI stuff. So once you've got this guy over here, okay. Once you get him past here, you wanna put him into this track here.
Okay.
Okay. The next guy here After you've done that, go pick up this, and then find the rest of the Chicagos.
All right.
Which I think is that big string right there.
Got it.
So you find the rest of the Chicagos.
Yeah.
And then now you're building 592.
All right.
So now you're going Chicago, Danville. Do you know what I mean? You go in order.
Yeah.
So you work your way in order back from the middle of the yard towards the edge of the yard until Manchester, Georgia is on your head end. And then you shove it all into F5. And that'll take 3 engines as well. We don't have to worry about adding the power right now.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Okay. All right. It's your first time, so make a mistake, no big deal. I think that's the first time you've done this.
Pretty much the first time I've done it in Waycross.
And we can't run the hump right now because the south side is plugged up. I was already running 2. It was a little bit of a mess on the one side. So.
Yeah, pretty much the first time I've even switched to Waycross.
Really?
Yeah,
you've done the locals.
I've been doing locals mostly.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll be out in a few minutes, so if you need help. All right. Emmett's in charge. Oh. Not much going on in chat.
Nothing new, I don't think.
Last one said nice there. That was recent. Okay. I'll close the door and so it doesn't make as much noise.
Alright.
Just watch out for your switches.
Yeah.
I've made mistakes. Now you do that, just pull the back the other way. Alright, I'll be back.
Alright, see ya. I remember those CP auto racks. Don't think they're new, but they haven't seen them often. check if I had the room back there. Oh, I got plenty.
How you making out?
Pretty good. Just taking the train back into the spot in the yard.
Nice. Ooh. You have to let me know after you do all that if you like that kind of thing.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah? Oh, that's good.
I like doing the switching movements.
Well, usually I run the hump and the trim, which I did earlier. So I'll trim, because I was working on the north side. I was pumping trains that went to the south side, right?
Oh yeah.
To Baldwin. Like, Baldwin will always be on the front end cut, right?
Yeah.
And the only problem was eventually I ran out of time and I have no more south trains going. Well, actually, I do. I think I do, but the south side of the yard is all plugged up now too, which is okay. There's plenty of spots to get in.
Yeah.
I think there's still a little bit more on the north to do after that, but we don't get it done today or this morning. It's not a big deal.
Of course.
Because there's plenty of room for trains to get in, and people want to add power and make a train, they can. Or it can be AI. On the south track, all the departure tracks are all full, but I'm not too sure what's in them. I'll have to check the sheet just to see if it makes sense, but it may or may not. I was finding some stuff that was outdated, which is not good. Old tracks are one thing, but when it says departure track and it's ready to go, and I'm like, no, there's nothing there. Want to get that AI system going.
Yeah, that would definitely help.
I have so much to do, though. I forgot I was supposed to play around with the industry file. That's what I was going to do this morning. I'll do it tomorrow morning. You and we can do some research too eventually. Today's a good day, though. We going out. Supposed to be a really nice day.
Do you have air in the rest or no?
I'm sorry?
Do you have air in the train or no?
No, it's all bled.
Okay.
I'm gonna push it back a bit. I found that with every one that I've set up so far. When I'm trimming, I usually don't use air, and the hump by rights is supposed to bleed all the air.
Like the set of units with the C-boards in the middle and the CSXs along the side. This is the Chicago string here.
Yep. The big one coming on the side there, I guess it is. It's the last big track before there's a bunch of empties. Or empty tracks.
Should be this one here.
Yep.
Can't get up top on this one. That's alright. Pretty weak horn.
Yeah, I know.
I'm only 3 units away from this thing, and it's Sound like a mile away.
You can swap out the horns or change the types and all that, but I don't know much about them, so I just leave them. If I don't know what the prototype does or for what unit numbers and all that other stuff, I just let it go.
I presume I shouldn't be applying air to this either.
Hmm?
I presume I shouldn't be applying air to this either.
Why?
Applying air.
No, you don't need air.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You can bleed. You can control F7 if you want. That'll bleed it.
Control
Control F7.
F7.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're already bled. You gotta take the parking brake off though.
I already did.
Okay.
Just finding the Chicago track.
Guess I'll floss. I looked at some of the wrestling stuff.
Oh
They
yeah.
updated the rankings as of Rampage
Oh yeah.
to put Moxley as #1 contender. He was number 4. Robo was number 1. How the hell does that make sense? You know what it is.
Well, it's because they don't want Wardlow to challenge
No,
for
I know
it, yeah.
why. Yeah, well, they did that too. But they,
It's because they want Mox and Tanahashi.
that's right. That's right.
That'd be the second option. They don't want Wardlow and Tanahashi or someone else in Tanahashi. They want Mox and Tanahashi.
Yeah, they want somebody that
And that's what they're
they
gonna
want to
get.
protect.
Yeah.
I mean, Wardlow and Tanahashi would be kind of stupid. I mean, yeah, he'd beat him, but I would imagine.
I think Tanahashi beats Mox. That's just what I think.
No.
I think so because then you get Tanahashi and Punk, which we were going to get anyways.
I don't think so. Unless they want to go that way.
Just realized I was going backwards with my train.
I wonder who was supposed to win between Tanahashi and Moxley if they were supposed to ever have that match.
I don't know. At the time, I would have said Mox. I think he was the U.S. champion at that time when they were originally supposed to have it. But
It'd be interesting putting Tanahashi because he comes the AEW interim champion. He'd be the first person to hold that many titles.
The other question would be...
Oh, no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
The question would be, what are they going to do with the interim championship? They're going to make another title?
I don't know. Yeah, wait a minute. Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going forwards. I thought I was going backwards. I was going backwards before, actually.
Oh, you are going for it. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, you way down
I
there.
have to go up here because I can go back up to Chicago. And I should have tracked my track in front of me.
The track in front of you is fine.
And I pressed the wrong button. Oops.
Track in front of you is all set.
Alright.
Where but you going to get the other cars?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, you're still coming out of Chicago?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you know you're looking at the south side, going that way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, so you want to go north side. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering why you were at that crossover.
Well, it's because there's the Chicago cars over there, so I'm just going to pick up. So I've only just picked up the Chicago cars out of the yard. I got
Oh, okay. I got you now. I thought you were picking up. So you picked up the Chicago's out of the departure.
Yeah, but I haven't picked them up out of the bowl.
Oh, okay. Gotcha now. I see.
And you were saying that I have to put something on the front end of this, wasn't it?
There's all kinds of cars that you put on the front end of it.
They have to put on the front end of this.
Well, what happens is you get your Chicago's and then you go in order.
Yeah.
You go in order for every the longest closest.
Yeah.
With Manchester, I think is your closest.
Manchester's my closest. There's no Fitzgerald or nothing.
Whatever it is, Manchester Fitzgerald.
So closest to furthest?
Hmm?
Closest to furthest or furthest to closest?
You're on the tail end right now. So Chicago's your tail end, which is what it's supposed to be. So you're gonna go grab Chicago's, you're gonna pull out,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna start picking up the cars that you need for that particular trip. Takes a lot to stop those things.
Yeah, I know.
Don't break a coupler.
Haven't yet, so.
I usually slow down a little bit more before I get to it, just because of the amount of slack on those things. With the air. Well, it doesn't matter about the air. There's nothing to do with the air, actually.
Still gonna have slack anyways.
Well, yeah. You just give yourself. You can give yourself a fair amount of dynamics, and just a little bit of independent. Once it starts taking. There. You're a line for the Chicago Bowl?
Yep.
Gotta find something to wear on weekends. Freaking pants are too tight, I think. These pants were comfortable. That's a good speed. I'm gonna tuck these in. Make it feel a little better. Here we go. Yeah.
Alright.
Now you gotta check to see what your next track is. Or as you're pulling it, you can pull it first.
I just want to figure out what the next track is first. So, let me check the sheets. That would help, Rod.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, you're doing 592, so yeah, keep going to the right.
592 to the right.
Yeah. So it's Dan right beside it.
Danville, Illinois. Okay, so
Yeah.
Dan.
They're right beside it. I saw them there.
Those
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll just be waiting right here then. Actually, let me make sure. Yep, that's set up. And I already removed the parking brakes. So.
Yeah.
Did you change what track the Chicago cars are in? Because I thought it used to be a bit shorter.
Yes, I put it to the longest track.
Yeah.
Just like New Orleans. Because Chicago gets the most cars as well as New Orleans.
Yeah, and they were on the shortest tracks.
That's right. So I swapped the order so that Savannah is the shortest track now.
Yeah, and that only had 4 cars, and I picked it up last. So
Yeah.
it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't think you have to pick Savannah up in this one. I think it's
I already picked Savannah up with the other one. So.
Oh, with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd already done that actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
That one heads east. This one heads north.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even go through Savannah. So.
That's right. So they all head north, but east and north. One kind of heads northwest, and then the other heads northeast.
The other one just heads north.
What, Fitzgerald?
Yeah, it's pretty much just north.
No, it doesn't. It's northwest.
It's a bit west, but it eventually curves back east, so it basically just goes north.
Not really. Not really. When you think about, like, for example, Chicago. Chicago is more northwest.
A bit, yeah, but
No, it is.
it's pretty much north.
I think it's the same. Florida's around the same location east around the Great Lakes area. I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Not really. You kind of have to go northeast for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that much, but.
Depends upon what Great Lakes you're talking about. If you're
Okay.
talking
You
about
gotta slow
Ontario
down.
and Erie, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. If you're talking about Ontario and Erie, you have to head northeast. If you're talking about Michigan, Huron, and Superior, you're pretty much heading straight north. Superior a bit to the west, but
I think Chicago's more north of Louisiana.
yeah, it's pretty close to north of Louisiana, but this isn't far from Louisiana. Like,
No.
really not far from Louisiana.
Yeah.
You would think it's further.
I'm talking about New Orleans is the Mississippi, so that comes up.
And the Mississippi heads west of Chicago.
Duluth.
Not exactly, but yeah.
Close enough. If I'm not mistaken, it comes directly on the west side of Lake Erie. From here, if you head straight north.
It's possible on the very west side of Lake Erie.
Yeah.
But
Well, then you're going northwest. I know.
yeah, but I don't think it's because that would be around the Detroit area. I just think it would be further west.
You gotta remember, you got the whole east coast of Canada.
Yeah.
It comes out. That's Maine. New York City. Here's a perfect example. New York City is a long ways east from here. Despite
Yeah, I
the
know.
fact that we're in New York State, because it's more like a west-east
Yeah.
corridor. So New York City is definitely easty here, or northeast or whatever. But when you go straight up, it's not the I-90, it's the
I-95, is it?
is that the one? It's 95 comes out of 95 comes out of Detroit, right? Down towards Fostoria.
Oh, no. 95 comes out of Buffalo, I think.
Oh, okay,
Is it
okay.
75?
No, I'm talking about the 90. You're talking. You're talking about the 90. 90 is the east. 95. Sorry, you're right. 95 is what you're thinking of. 95 is the actual east coast. 90 is the one that comes across.
Ah. What do I got next? Woodbridge,
Evansville.
Woodburn.
Evansville, Indiana.
No,
you
Woodburn. Oh no, wait.
You say
Oh, it's
Woodburn.
because it's on a freaking curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evansville, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be
A few tracks over. There you go.
this one here. Let me line myself up for it if I'm not already. Yep, I'm almost entirely lined up for it.
You are?
Yeah, just need this switch here. Pretty short pickup of this one.
Yep. Which is okay because the Chicagos are overwhelming. I don't know realistically if there would be that many Chicagos.
I think there would be. Chicago's huge, and a lot of the stuff comes from like Louisiana down here. You're getting stuff up from there up to Chicago quite often.
Yeah.
So I think definitely it's pretty realistic.
Somebody was mentioning about that, how it's always pretty long. Like it's you're constantly pulling out of Chicago. And that's why I have it on the longest track. I don't know if the more local yards are more, like say a Savannah would get more traffic. That doesn't make sense.
I don't think so. I think Chicago definitely, because it's really one of the biggest
New Orleans is the other
hubs, and so is New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because of the boat traffic, because of the train traffic too.
Well, yeah, it interchanges with BNSF.
Yeah. Actually, I think there's a UP interchange around there too.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I think it's UP. Whatever.
Especially one of the things with Louisiana is about the Mississippi. Because all that traffic that's going in through there is doing that, and they have obviously the transfers there too. So it's I think a bit more important than some of the other places.
Yeah. So the only thing that that's weird about it is that all the Chicago and all the New Orleans are mainly empties because it's at the back of the friggin' train.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh yeah. Another thing about Chicago is it's also got the interchanges.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, the fact that it's empties is weird. But I mean, there should be some empties, obviously, but there should definitely be some fulls too.
It's just the way that Run8 does their assigning of tags. And it's none of it's random. I mean the train itself is random, but the actual it divides it perfectly even. I hate that. I wish it would randomly. Kind of like the industry. The industry's doing okay, but I don't know. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's pretty awesome. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I definitely like this. I remember doing this back in California, but this is a much bigger yard. I much prefer it.
Oh yeah. And I've done this differently because I have because it's much bigger. I put in all the stops along the way, so I build each train, right?
Yep.
Which is
I think my next one's right beside me too, so that helps.
Is it?
I think it's Atkinson, Kentucky. which is AKY, which is right beside me.
Actually, no, there would be a lot of empties going to Chicago.
Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah.
Because a lot of loads come into Florida, so...
Yep, Atkinson, Kentucky. So this is my track right here.
It's not perfect, but it should be more variant, but...
What else do I got here? Nashville, Tennessee.
Should probably be out of that particular... Yeah, you're going to be...
Yeah, because this is the last one here. This is Cincinnati. So.
Looks like this is going to be our last train to build. It's 12 noon now. We'll update the sheets. It seems like Waycross most of the time has work to do, so it's good.
That's a good thing.
I think so. I think we had the right balance of the number of trains. Generally, on average, we get maybe 3 trains a day, which is not prototypical, but it's actually perfect for the
Amount of people.
load. Yeah, exactly.
I think definitely this is probably one of the better regions as far as balance goes.
Yes.
Because there's definitely a lot of yard work to do, but there's a lot of regional traffic and there's a lot of running that you can do of mainline trains as well. So I think it's definitely very good on traffic.
The auto trains that we started up this cycle, and then we got to get through the rock trains.
All those rock trains are gonna be cool too.
Yeah, those are ones that are again, those are trains that have to be run because they don't go in a particular yard or whatever necessarily.
They go to the industries.
Yeah.
Alright, now I gotta find my way up to Nashville.
I might as well pull up first.
I'll find my path first. But...
Alright. There it is. Rail box.
Rail box? Oh, there it is.
You can even go from looking from the tower. That's what I usually do. You know what you can do? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Save the slot.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot while switching. It's very, very useful.
Yep. That was my idea.
That was a good idea.
I think
like
so.
it.
I got a lot of good ideas. That's okay. You're all set up. I don't know if you're set up through the signal, but I think you don't need it. What's your length? Check your length for a second.
How do I do that again?
Just use the not the brake button, but the one right beside it. The
Brake button.
you know which the button that you.
Oh, you mean the this thing?
Yeah. Okay. You're 6,000 feet. I don't know how much you get. You can click it again to stop it.
Yeah.
F3 for a second. Okay. So tab. So you're down there. I don't know how much you get out of that lead.
I should be good up to Manor, actually.
Huh?
Shouldn't I be okay up to Manor?
Well, the problem is you got signals. Yeah, you're fine up to the Manor. You won't go past Ruskin. I know that. West Waycross is still a ways away.
Should I give myself a light anyways?
You can, as long as you remember to turn off there.
I will.
I mean, technically you don't need
Do I have
a
to hit
light.
it twice?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I only hit it once, but
You're lunar white. You're good.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we don't have any automatic trains running out of Manor siding.
Yeah,
They're all manuals
it's tough.
because yeah, they have to be manually set up properly. See that this is where this view comes into play because now you can see your tail, right?
Yeah. I think that's my tail.
Yeah, that's your tail right there. Yeah.
So now I'll just go back down.
You drop a notch maybe.
I got the speed control, so I don't really mind. I know. I'm
Oh, I know.
close,
But it's just to stop you.
Yeah. Now I'll drop it.
Yeah. And you gradually start slowing.
Just waiting to see the Atkinson, Kentucky back there, because I know that's my last string. So.
Now you might want
There
to
it
drop
is.
it. Take off all the notches.
Yep.
There's Atkinson, Kentucky right there.
I think that's coming up to the end. Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I dropped.
See, for me, it's fun watching you.
I have fun watching you doing this sometimes too. I like the switching most. I think switching and in like very complex industries. Switching.
I'm not a big switching person, but I'm okay. Like sometimes I get bored of running trains too. So
Switching's my favorite part.
well, there's lots of switching to do here. There will be more once Fitzgerald comes out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking forward to on that most. I think.
Yeah.
Is all the industries. There's a lot of industries. More so the complex
Well,
industries.
I know
too.
you have a lot. What do you call it? You got a lot of things to do upstairs, but you ever bored on like a day that you have to stay home or whatever? The server is running, so.
Yeah.
Basically, anytime the tracks are either in the south or north pole and they're more than 50% full, that's when
True.
when you want to start building trains.
Yep.
You can get away with it. I got away with one earlier, but I knew I would because I checked how many cars are going to be on it. Once the AI system's in, we'll know for sure too.
That will be nice.
Yeah.
I think that'll definitely be a help to a lot of people.
I hope so. I don't know how I'm gonna exactly do it. I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it in just basic, which I think I'm going to, because I really don't want to do web-based programming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as hard as it sounds, but it's just, I just don't want to learn anything else. I would rather have something that I can control myself, and then be able to take the data on a regular basis and update it. So it won't be, I mean, it'll be running, but it won't necessarily update everything at all times, so. Which is fine, because the trains that arrive, I don't want them to necessarily be ready to hump anyways. You already set your switch.
Yep. So this thing up here.
Yeah, you're gonna be close. You're gonna have to drop off, and then you gotta throttle a bit. Yeah, 'cause you're going into the rail box.
Yep.
Something weird the other day happened on the server. It froze all of a sudden for a second, but then it came back.
Huh.
I
Never heard of that before.
Well, what had happened was the NS Diamond,
Oh yeah.
at the time, had a light, but then all of a sudden it gave it to somebody else. So they both had green lights.
And it kind of broke the game.
No, they run through each other. They'll just run. The AI trains will just run through each other, as far as I know. I mean, we've seen it.
Birmingham.
Oh yeah, you did Nashville, Birmingham, Alabama. Yep. There it
That's
is.
this one here. Sheets definitely help with this too.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to, in order to get that to work though, I had to manually, it took me about 15 minutes to enter all the tons and footage. And I did that while one train was humping.
Oh yeah.
So it takes, any time that you've last humped there, you have to, and I did that last night. I last humped there last night, but I didn't update the sheets, which is not required.
Yeah.
I don't have any rule that's required that you update the feed and tonnage until you're ready to trim. Like, it's no sense updating it if you can fit more, right? And that's what happened. I was able to fit a little bit more this morning, so why update it?
in my train.
So I always do the tower view. I'll set a crown view and then I'll go into the tower and just zoom it because it's just enough overhead
Yeah.
to see what's going on in this end.
Can you not ride them?
Maybe not. Some you can't.
Can't.
That's one of them, I guess. Do a shift 1 for a second. Control F11. Yeah, there's your signal right there. See? So the next time you pull, you'll probably just be past it.
Alright.
Okay, now you can do Control 1. I thought 6,000 was getting a little close.
I think this might be my last pickup though, so.
Is it?
I think so.
No. You've got, what do you get? Oh, Birmingham? No, you got,
Oh, do I got stuff like
you have
Manchester?
Montgomery, you got Montgomery or Manchester.
Shouldn't have Montgomery.
Huh?
I should not have Montgomery.
Okay, well, I don't know which one it is.
Probably Manchester.
Yeah.
Maybe a Fitzgerald in there, I don't know.
No, I don't think you have Fitzgerald. I think you have Manchester. Manchester's your last, your head end block. Which will be interesting because there's a local that runs down that sub, but there's also these through trains, so it'll be interesting to see how I'm going to set those up. But I think we're still a little ways away from that.
Wait, check. Manchester, is that my last one?
That's it. That's your
Just
last. That's your head end because that's the first place you'll come to. You go down the Fitzgerald sub for Chicago. Is Manchester there?
Yep.
Cool. I gotta turn the other way. Because what'll happen with Manchester is there won't be that track there won't be there, and then there'll be Possibly whatever local serves Manchester. If it's just one, I don't know. I think you'll make it.
Yeah, I still got 1.5 on the front end, so.
You know, sometimes the tail stops before the other. You're okay. That you can ride. So how'd you like it?
Pretty good. I like switching, like I said, so it's.
Well,
it's fun.
it's fun too, multitasking, because you get to do this, and when the yard is really flowing nicely, you basically swap between the sides,
Yeah.
and you're able to. You'd be able to hump right now to the south, and then you switch over to the north. Like I brought some locals last night, some of the local cars over, just see if anybody wanted if they wanted a local, they can run it. It seems like I always run those locals, but. We should look and find out what locals run Manchester,
We should look.
and then change the symbol. From Manchester to whatever the hell because there is a local train that runs out here too.
Yeah, there's a local from here to Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
There's a local from here to Fitzgerald, too.
Yeah. Well, no, there's just one local. It runs. It stops at both.
Ugh, that was a bit too much.
Yeah, 2.6 miles an hour. You're fine.
I know there's another yard in between, too. There's Oglethorpe. That's another one.
There's nothing.
There's work at Cordell.
Main lines don't have it, but the locals might.
Yeah, and I know there's probably work at Cordell.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely a few places, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know how the locals operate. Yeah, we haven't researched. We're still busy trying to get ours set up.
So what do I do now? Just pull them out, pull them back into the yard.
Out, and then I think it's 5 you got it set up to go down forwarding 5.
Yeah, I'll just I will.
Yeah, I'd go to there.
What is this? Control. Yeah. Is it,
Shift.
no, shift. Yeah.
Shift one, and then just go in the tower. Wherever you want to go. Let's see.
Actually, I should check if my switches beyond here are all right first.
What are you beyond? Oh, you need all into the thing.
Yeah. Because I know I was lined back up for here, but I used to be on this track. I used to be on this track, so should I just go back into that track? Because it's lined.
No, you don't want that track. You want the one of the shortest tracks. So you want 5 because 4 has got cars in it right now.
All right.
So you want 5 because 3 engines in those cars will fit nicely. You want to save the longer tracks for longer trains.
So this one up here.
Yep.
This is a pretty long train, but
It's not that long. Go ahead and do a count. What are you at? 7, 9, 8. Okay, now F3. Tab again. Go to yard. You want to see your yard. 7, 9. Oh yeah, you got 8,365. You're fine with 3 big units.
all right.
But see what I mean? So you're keeping the 9555 for your bigger trains, right?
Yeah.
Use your binoculars and take a look, or wherever he's coming out of.
This is in here.
Yeah, you could have been on that crossover and took in that track first, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Give yourself some more throttle. Fair amount to get out of here. Just remember to be careful with your braking. The longer you are, the heavier you are.
Yep. I know. It can be tough to not brake too fast. That's cool. They got like little pieces of scrap metal that poke up
Yeah.
out of like a 2D design.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It's probably got 3D objects within a
This textured thing, yeah.
2D texture on the bottom. See your tail end of the black car.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you have to get once you're parked or whatever, and you want me to take over, I'll take over and just update the sheet.
Yep.
Post a message on the Discord. Actually, the through traffic, it's going to have to be a local supply train now that I think about it.
Forgot to freaking do the brakes again. Damn it.
It's going to have to be a local supply train because of the way, unless I start going with fake industries for everything.
Why do you say that though?
Because when you have a train like this is only tags, whereas a local supply that supplies local industries actually is tailored to the industries themselves.
Yeah.
By rights, I should get the fake industries involved at some point. Hopefully, by the time the Fitzgerald stuff comes out, I'll have them. They're a little bit tougher because you're basically making fake industries for car types.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't so bad. Like a Selkirk could have, like auto racks and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stuff that comes from Southern Ontario, basically, and I'd have to take a good look at some of the trains and then try to figure out what they are. Maybe Quincy can get me some goodies. He should be able to do that for me. Because I know he's got more current data as opposed to 2007. But I'll eventually post a message if I don't do it. It's just more freaking work that I gotta get to sell this damn thing. A lot of work that goes into it. It really is. But it's kind of cool though. Because now we got the auto train that's running today. There's somebody, I don't know if I told you, there's somebody that's gonna take it at 1 o'clock.
Ah, yeah. Cool. I think you told me, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spawn it in that thing and then says it'll be around 1 o'clock, so you backing down into the track now?
Yep.
Give yourself two.
Yeah.
Take a bit. I think you already have speed control on 10.
Yep. Crap, went to notch 4. I didn't want that.
Yeah, you won't want that. That's okay, you'll start. Bring it down to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can get some data like that from Quincy, that'd be really cool. 'Cause then you can start pulling in a like a shipper receiver type thing again.
Yeah.
There is also a database that I belong to that actually lists the shippers and commodities, but I don't know. It's like a model railroad type database thing. That gets updated. Some of it's really old stuff, but it's might be worth taking a look.
Depends upon how old it is, because if it's around this time, that might be useful.
Well, yeah, I know, but they usually date it. But did you need to go up or?
No, I'm good for a few more minutes.
Okay. Can you check Discord for a minute?
Yep.
I just want to see if I got a reply from Dan. No. RTS General. In there. Oh, okay. What train is it? Q255. Okay, minimize that. How much room do you have? They come in your Chicago's now. Can you hit Shift F2 for a minute?
In a second, I just gotta go
Alright.
back there. Shift F2.
Shift F2. Go into AI traffic generation.
Alright.
Go into shit. Yeah, go back to spawn points. Move up to the top. Bullion supply. Yep. You want to go to bullion
Supply.
Yep. No. Hit spawn.
No.
Just click it. Go to train types. Go down to auto racks. What the hell that is? Unit auto rack? Yeah. No, don't spawn it.
Click it.
Yep. Go down to train symbols. It's not in there.
Does it come from Bullen Supply, or is it just Bullen?
I don't know.
Let me check.
Should be a unit auto rack train in there. Does it come from Bullen? It shouldn't be a train already in there. I don't even have them. No. Escape that for a second. I'll check in a bit. Don't worry about it. Very lucky train. Oh wow. think of where it would come from. I had spawned one the other day.
Is it a Thomasville train?
No. Shift F2 again?
1 second. I think we should really check Thomasville because I think it might be there.
No, it's not Thomasville. It doesn't come from Thomasville. It comes from Bolin. Go to Bolin Supply again. Right mouse on train types.
Right mouse?
Right click. I know what it is. Keep going.
I can't right click on it. It does nothing. You mean left click?
Left click. Sorry. Go to mixed freight.
Mixed. Sure, it's not saved train.
No, mixed freight.
All right. Train symbols.
There it is.
Q215 or Q255, and then spawn now.
Yep.
Train priority high. Time for industries. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now you gotta remember you can't go too far on this track because
Yeah, I know.
it's somewhat tight. You can even go in the engine now and ride and look out the window.
Nah, I'm good with what I
Alright.
got. Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's fine. We already figured it was going to be enough. We already know the length, dude. Do the distance counter again. You're under 8,000 feet. You're fine.
This thing's only like 8,300 though.
I know.
And I'm at 7,950
I know.
or some odd.
I know. You got plenty of room. You got 4 units, you're going to put 3 big units in there. Well, you don't have to put 3 big units. Somebody else can. Don't worry about your tail end, you're fine. You got plenty of room, dude. There's your engines right there. So you gotta make sure you don't go too far in. But enough to where you drop your cars off, so you gotta start slowing down. It's not fouling.
Yep. Giving it a bit of room.
Yeah. Go ahead and stop it now.
I just want to make sure that I'm clear of it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
Just stop
clear.
it. You gotta stop it.
I'm trying to stop it. There we go.
Just pull it forward a bit.
I'm gonna pull it past the switch.
Yeah, sure.
Then I'll pass it to you.
Okay. We'll see you in a bit.
Legs are stiff after sitting like
Oh, yeah.
that.
Fun.
Yeah, I had them cross-legged for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, love you.
Love you too. We'll see you in a bit.
Oh, tell me about it.
Hey, Christopher. We're just about ready to wrap up. He said hi. You missed all the fun. You'll have to go back in the stream. Okay, so that's good. All right. Okay, so Q255 has been spawned. That's for Dan. He's coming on shortly. Insert. That was kind of. Oh, there we go. Needs 3 units. Needs 3 units. Okay. Actually, we'll go ahead and use this to clear out what we don't need. So that's fine. All right. Okay, so that takes care of that part. So, Q255's on the way. Dan's going to take that one. That's headed for Taft. We'll just take a quick look at it. I'm sure it's fine, but... A775. Yeah, TDSI Taft. Alright. So that's good. Now we want to also take a look at Taft. I don't need that anymore. Sheets are fine. So, I didn't mean to do that. Control tab, you idiot. There we go. So, I want to take a look at Taft for a minute. Oh. Okay, so I want to take a look over at Taft and see how things look for room. All right. So I'll go over to Waycross here. Doesn't like that, huh? Oh, let's see. Let me just see the north side. Oh, let me go back. So, looking at the bowl. Wow, it's 12:55. I gotta get going. LSC CVA. Oops, containing. Alright. So that's good enough. So we got our description. So we still a lot of work. But both the south side and north side still need some work. But at least we built 2 trains, so. Or at least built the consist for 2 trains. We just have to add power. I'm not too sure about what these guys are. I haven't really dug into it. South side, not too bad actually. Just probably a New Orleans, a few others. So south side might be easier, but the stats are not up to date. But anyways, okay, that's it for now. I might be on later on at some point. Not too sure, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Take care.